Internet was acting up for a second, or at least my computer was. But now we should be good. Looks like we're running. Hopefully running pretty good. Getting my play back up. Man, notification. That's always nice. Got the old Anything Goes talk stream tonight. All right, there we go. Oh, shit. Skip that. Pause that. What's up, Jacob? What's up, Kevin? What's up? I already said hi. What's up to both of you? What's happening in the NBA? I don't know. Some big trades, right? You have what was the big trade that just happened? 4-0 in a Colts franchise. Nice. Who's what quarterback did you end up going with? Anthony Richardson? I know somebody just got traded to the Spurs. Was it De'Aaron Fox? Yeah, I know Luka went to the Lakers, and obviously Anthony Davis and a couple firsts went back to the Mavericks. And then, of course, somebody just got traded to the Spurs in like a 3-team trade with the Kings. You got Will Levis. That's an interesting pick. Is it crazy to say like he could still be a decent NFL? Like, what's he in year 3 right now? He's entering year 4 next year. He could still be good. Yeah, I know there was that 3-team trade, but the Spurs also just did like a big trade with to get some people with Wemby. Here, I'll just look because I like had just seen it before I went live, and I was like, oh, that's a big deal. There we go. The Kings, Spurs, and Bulls reportedly agree on to coordinate. Hold on. Here, it's this one. All right. So the full trade was De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin to the Spurs. The Kings get Zach LaVine, Sidi Kasiko, 3 first-round picks, 2025. Looks like Charlotte. 2027 San Antonio Spurs, 2023, 2031 Minnesota, 3 second-round picks, whatever. Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, their own 2025 pick via the Spurs. Kind of a complicated move, but it sounds like the Spurs get De'Aaron Fox, and that's kind of the big win in that trade. Is it the NBA trade deadline week or something? Like one of those weeks where it's like, hey, this is where all the trades are going to happen. But yeah, Lord, there was a huge trade between now the Lakers are going to win it all. We're all very excited for LeBron getting his 5th this year, him and Luka. And whoever else joins the Lakers in the following days. Pistons-Lakers championship could be pretty good. Little rematch of what, 2004, 2003? We're all excited. We're all moved. Unfortunately, the Pistons will have to beat LeBron, but that's that's just how we do business. Is LeBron the Brady of basketball? I think so. I think there's an equivalency there in terms of like longevity, playing well at an older age. Red Wings making a move, potentially 6 points from first. Yzerman plan working. Oh, the Yzer plan's finally taking root. I heard they got a new coach, and everything, like literally everything changed instantaneously. And I'm like, yeah, people try to pretend like coaching doesn't matter in professional sports, and it's like the Red Wings changed one guy and went from dog shit to like the best team in hockey all of a sudden. It's like, I'm pretty sure like coaching is one of the, like, look at the Lions. Matt Patricia to Dan Campbell, like, sure, it matters what kind of talent you put on the team too. But like at some point, a lot of the talent is a crapshoot at the pro level, right? You're dealing with guys who have a lot of very, very similar skill sets. They all run about the same speed. They all can bench about the same. They're all about as tough. They're all about as like good at the game of sport. They understand the game at the same fundamental level. The things that push players beyond each other at that kind of level is all coaching. Because again, like, what separates your Jameson Williams from your John Rosses? Coaching. Trade deadline is next Thursday, right? I think Red Wings are 13-3. That's pretty good. It's a lot better than what they were doing. What up, stud? How's it going? By the way, if you guys could all drop some likes, help the stream out, get it going a little bit. I'd appreciate you. Kind of an interesting time in sports, right? There isn't really shit going on. There's basketball, of course, if you like that. I guess if you like hockey, that's going on. But really, the good sports are all just not happening right now. There's no baseball. That starts up in the next couple weeks. Well, the next really like 10 days or so, which is really good. I can't wait for that. We'll have actual baseball games to talk about on like the 18th of the month. Spring training, I think, starts the 18th for Detroit. Really excited. And then I'm just not going to talk about football for another few months. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea to go get Bregman. I'm fine if we don't get him. Like, it's cool if we can sign him, but at the same point, Bregman to me seems like he's going to be another bad contract for a team that ages really poorly. I hope if we go like if we can get Bregman, that's cool, but I don't think we should break our backs for it. Mainly because if you go look at Bregman's trending, he's like going down, and he's getting older too. And an older player who's trending downward is usually a really bad sign. And I don't know. I don't know if he really pans out at Comerica as much of a threat bat that we need. Older player, a little bit of pop gone, trending downward, big ballpark. I'd take it or leave it. You know what I mean? I don't really give a shit. Tigers don't really need much more on the field. They could use like another arm like Jack Flaherty. That should be who we sign, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like there could be two albatrosses with the team, and I don't think it's good to have both of them. If we didn't have Baez, I'd say roll the dice on like a Bregman, but that's why I don't think Detroit's going so hard. Again, there's like certain red flags. What's up, Adam? There's like certain red flags that you can see with older players where it's like, maybe we don't sign that guy. Yeah, exactly. Like, again, if Baez wasn't on the team and we already didn't have a risk versus reward, basically whole fucking team. Also, if we trade Torkelson before the season begins, like I think we're going to do, then you also have to wonder like what kind of return we get and what kind of position they might play, like a third base. Then you don't really need to go get Bregman. Again, do we need veteran leadership? Maybe a little bit, but we just added Torres, who just played in the World Series. I don't know. I really thought we should have went and got someone like Brent Rooker, but the fucking A's weren't budging on him. Yeah, it's officially Super Bowl week, boys. This time next week, we'll be watching the fucking Super Bowl. Yep, it sucks. A couple more years of old hobby. It'd be cool if he could turn it back on and kind of like revive himself back into like his old ability and be like the old Baez. But it appears, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Torkelson. I think it would be too. But Colt Keith is a better baseball player. It seems like in almost every stretch. And if Colt can play second or first base, then I don't see what the point of Torque is. Guy who's not going to hit above 260 at any point in his career. And apparently there's just like, there's some power in there, but like, is it accessible? Is Comerica too big for him? Does he need a smaller field consistently? I did watch the Royal Rumble yesterday. Yeah, it was a really good Royal Rumble. I thought it was a good show. Like the issue with Torkelson is it just doesn't seem to be panning out here. Well, they say again, that's the only reason we want to keep him is he's a righty. And it's like, are we really going to platoon him and Keith at first? I don't think that's a good idea. That's not going to get either of them better at the plate. I don't know. I don't know what we do there. Yeah, and most of the guys we have coming up are all left-handed too. That's part of the focus of the offseason was supposed to be getting right-handed bats, but I don't think it really panned out. But we did add 2 bats that hit right-handed or left-handed pitching particularly well, so kind of helps balance things out. Plus, like younger left-handed hitters should adjust a little bit. At least you would hope they're able to kind of like figure it out a little bit at the major leagues as time goes on. Riley Green's gotten better at hitting lefties. Kerry Carpenter got a little bit better. Yeah, well, we also got, I mean, if the team's good, they have Torres to hit left-handed pitching. Yeah. There is far more right-handed pitchers, but the Tigers could be completely fucked up with 3 left-handed starters. Like, that was how we'd lose games. It'd just be like, we'd be rolling right through all these righties because of all our left-handed bats, right? And then we'd run into one left-handed starter. He'd beat us. And then the team would realize some shit. And then they'd like call up a lefty from AAA and they'd just smoke us with him. And dude, it was like, again, there's not much that team could have did. Now with a guy like Torres, that kind of completely screws up that kind of mentality. He has like a 890 career OPS off left-handed pitching. So that means he literally hits them every single time he sees them. And he actually does it with some like really good power for Gleyber Torres. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, you know, all our guys are lefties. I just don't understand the Orioles organization because they don't sign an ace pitcher at all. It's weird because the ownership wants to spend money, but your coach like refuses to do it. Or your GM or your coach like refuses to spend money, but the ownership is like, no, go spend money. We'll give you unlimited money to go build this baseball team up. And the ownership's like, we're going to do it, or like the GM and the coach are like, we're going to do it the way we've been doing it, the right way. And it's like, I don't know. I think I tend to agree with their ownership group. Just got home from a birthday party. You're so full. Damn, you had all kinds of food. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Orioles are a very weird team where it's like the ownership isn't on the same page as the GM. Because ownership wanted to spend $1 billion this offseason, it sounded like. But like the GM and the coach were just like, no, we're not gonna just flood this team with guys who don't belong. And it's like, I don't know, the Orioles could have used like 3 or 4 moves and they'd be like an unbeatable fucking powerhouse. And they just let No, you're not gonna get a king's ransom. Torque's kind of a bust. Again, the average is completely non-existent, and the power seems to be there, but like very weird to get to. And again, he's got a lot of like space. I don't know. We'll see how it plays. I don't really know. I want him to be good. Trust me. I like what he potentially could be, but it's seeming like it's not coming out. And that's a darn shame. Devin Achan. Tyreek Hill's going to get traded. I can't believe he's talking shit about the Dolphins team. Like, he's like, trade me. And the Dolphins still haven't told people he's available this offseason. They're like, you know, he's got some good points. Yeah, nobody knows what Bregman's doing. Is he going to go to Detroit, Boston, or fucking is he going back to Houston? My guess is he ultimately winds back up with you guys because I think Detroit's kind of like very wishy-washy because they don't want to pay over a very specific amount. Because again, if we can get him for 6 years, like $140 million, that's not so bad. Like 130, you could do that and not really feel too bad about it because you're not really. But like, I don't know, man. He's kind of he's trending in the wrong way for a player his age. Yeah, I think you keep him for at least. But again, I don't really know where he plays because I'd rather have Colt Keith play. You know what I mean? Like Colt Keith is feels like a potential like really good baseball player. Of like a 290, 300 type hitter with like pretty good pop, good top of the lineup type guy. Even maybe a good bottom of the lineup guy, like a 9 hitter. Yeah, I wouldn't give him anywhere near 7,200. Fuck that. Bregman isn't worth that much money. Like the reality is, like he went from like what, like a 280, like a 280 average. He's all the way down to like 260 this year. It's like, oh no, that's bad. That's a bad sign. His OPS is down. All his like key numbers are down, and it's like, I want money, and it's like everyone's like, we just seen I don't know if we do that. I don't know if Keith's going to go back to second. I think I don't think he's done any work at second base this offseason, Richard. Like, I think, like, none. I think he's no longer a second baseman. Like, I would agree with your assessment, but again, unless Torres gets hurt and they have to put him there, I believe they've moved him away from that. He may even be doing shit at third base and first base. I'm guessing they might be putting his ass back at third, actually. He just isn't a middle infielder. He's fucking so bad at second base. Like, genuinely bad at the position. Like, you can't, like, have a bad second baseman. Like, I didn't know, like, what would happen if a baseball team had a bad second baseman until this year. I was like, oh, it's really bad. You can't even throw people out. Most of the people who stole on us stole on our fucking infielders, which is embarrassing. Like, our catchers would nail people, but our infielders were so fucking stupid they didn't know how to get people out. It's just like, holy shit. That's the only benefit of Baez is a wizard and Jake Rogers is a machine, as was Carson Kelly, as was the other guy who came up. We have some really good throwout guys, but our middle infielders, dog shit. But they're also incredibly young. They were like rookies, so... Yeah, he was a third baseman, so they may even be having him work third and first, like getting back to the corner out infields. Because again, they really do need a third baseman. If Keith can go back and play third, you put Torque at first, see how that plays. That's fine. I would even be fine if Keith has like a rough third base year. I wouldn't really be that upset. Again, I don't know if Trey Sweeney's... I don't know. Trey Sweeney was okay. Oh, he's a shortstop, though. There's a rumor about the Niners are interested in T. Higgins. With what money? You guys have to pay Brock Purdy, like, unless you're gonna franchise tag him, and then that's like $30 million. That shit may even be $40 million to franchise. How much is a franchise tag on a quarterback right now? 45 or 40, 35, 40? What's that? Because like the top value contract is gonna be what, 60 something million this coming year. Somebody's making 60 if I'm not mistaken, right? Or is it like 57, 58? I'm trying to like do the math on like what the hell what Brock Purdy's fucking franchise tag might look like. And that's a pure cap hit. That's instantaneously paid. The second he puts his name on the line for a tag, that goes right out of the cap and it goes right into fucking Purdy's bank. What is it, average of top 3 or top 5? I think so. I think it's going to wind up being like 40 million, like 38 million to franchise Brock Purdy. So like 3 years and it's going to be like 30, 40 million a piece still. You know what I mean, Laura? Like, that's expensive. How much? I don't think you guys have the money to pay a receiver 30 million AAV. Your vision is McGonigal, Rayner, Keith, and Torkelson infield in 2 years. Richard, that would be really nice. I hope you're right. I really do. Maybe Sweeney goes and plays third base. I don't know. Yeah, Goff won the MVP in the flag football game. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Game with no pressure. Goff was the most dominant quarterback of all time. Not a surprise. But again, Higgins is going to get around 30 plus a year, and you're going to have to outbid teams that have ridiculous money. You know, the Patriots can give him $32 million a year and still have $100 million to spend in the offseason. You know how many teams can do that? Like, none. I think we're the only team that could actually get away with doing that. And then be like, yeah, I know we could offer Trey Smith like $20 million a year that no one else can, or Alaric Jackson, we could pay him $20 million a year. No one else can match that. Then we could pay a guard also $20 million a year. No one can match that. Like, people can't do that. You got, like, teams can't just shell out $40 million for 2 linemen. We can. That only literally puts us at $110 million. That's $26 million still dollars we have, and we fixed our. That's our whole offense fix. We could trade for another receiver if we need to, and pay him $15 million or $20 million. Beside Chris Godwin for fucking $12-13 million a year. It's a lot of money. And we don't have a ton of needs. We just got to sign like 2. We got to get like a couple linemen. Well, we have a ton of needs. But like the guys who are available are all very, very good. And the stupid fucking Bears are like our biggest. The Bears and the Commanders are kind of a nightmare situation though. Because all the players are probably going to want to go to Washington. And that sucks. Everybody's going to want to go play in Washington now. And that's going to screw a lot of people over in free agency, by the way. Washington's going to get everybody. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. I believe they have, what, $80 million? Hey, by the way, thank you for all the likes, everybody. So that's a pretty pile of money. They don't got to pay Daniels for another 2 years, 3 years even, but they're probably going to pay him early, so. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That's all very interesting. Oh, the Eagles and the Chiefs are both in New Orleans. Oh, dude, boy. Is anyone stoked? You guys lit for the Super Bowl? Basically, the season ended last Sunday for a lot of you guys, where it was like, well, that's about that for me. I guess I'll watch the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to get worked up if the fuckers win. Just kind of like quiet reservation that we're going to see a three-peat. It's like, well, maybe the Eagles have a good game and they don't fuck it up. Like, of course, it's the fucking Eagles that stand in the way of stopping them. Probably like the worst option it could have been. I feel like even if like the Panthers would have played the Chiefs, they would have beat them. But it had to be the Eagles. Worst team in the NFC. You think the Orioles need to stop claiming people like Luis Vazquez? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know too much about them. I don't know who that is. Sounds like a minor league player that doesn't really play much for you guys. Gotta remember, Laura, I don't know who your bad players are. So okay. Yeah, I guess they should stop doing that or else they're gonna get shot in the back of the head, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what happens when you keep doing that. But I thought you guys had a shortstop already, though. So I wouldn't even care if my team did something like that. See, Laura, you like care too much about weird backup moves. Like you'll be like, my team signed a backup third baseman for their AA baseball team, and I don't like it. It's like, well, who gives a fuck? Like, isn't your starting shortstop Gunnar Henderson? Like, why does it matter who you guys sign as depth pieces? Like, why does that matter? It doesn't hurt anything. Do you really think they're going to ever play? Okay, so here's a scenario. Gunnar Henderson doesn't play that day to get a day off. You don't have a shortstop. But yeah, you should definitely stop signing backup players, I suppose. Because that way you have to play your best players 162 games, then they get hurt. Then you don't have them anymore for the playoffs or for later in the year. It's a good plan. It's a good strategy, Laura. I too would only sign 9 starters and then go with 14 pitchers. No one would be able to beat me. It's MLB The Show version. It doesn't make sense, or you gotta have backup players. If you don't have backups, most likely players like Gunnar are gonna get hurt, especially because Gunnar's still very young. Maybe when he gets older, he can play like closer to the 162 game grind, which I kind of expect some of these like young guys will eventually be 162 gamers. And then having backups won't be as big a deal. You just have some utility guy. But again, Gunnar's a young guy. How old is he? Like 26? Like going to be 25, 26? He's finally starting to get into that age though, where injuries won't be a thing anymore for him. Or really a big risk. By the way, teams know this, by the way, with young players. This is something I've been like building a theory on, that young baseball players in baseball situations, up until a guy turns about 26, very, very going to be very, very likely his season is interrupted with injury at some point. For example, I don't know about Gunnar. He's kind of a unique case. No, I spelled that shit wrong. Yeah, he played a whole year last year, but he's also like, he's a little bit of a different case because he's 23 and he played a whole like 150 last year. Where's this fucking? He played, yeah, last year. See, he's a unique case. He's one of the players that like completely break my fucking theory, because he has never missed, like, he's missed like 12 games and then like 3 games the year prior. So, okay. Gunnar is a little different, but again, my point still stands that it happens quite often with young guys. But again, you have freaks like Gunnar who just completely break my fucking rule every so often and just never get hurt for some reason. But again, he's clearly a guy who's going to play 162 down the road. What's up, Eat Sleep? Did I play you for the championship this year in one of the dirty leagues? Because I believe I won my very first championship this year. And I don't remember. I won it in the league you were in. But that was pretty fun. I can't believe I'd won. By the way, if everyone hasn't dropped like yet, consider doing so. We might actually hit double digits. Yeah, I got very lucky this year. I finally won my first career win in fantasy football. Woohoo! Chip Kelly to the Raiders. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is old news, though. This is old news. I don't need more congratulations. I know it's an amazing thing. Not many people win at fantasy football. I can retire, though. Only had to win with one of the more stacked teams I've probably ever seen. But hey, we did it. We pulled that thing off. Underdog. Truly was a terrible start here. I think I started like 0-4, though. I had a terrible injury run to begin the year with most teams. Lane Johnson said he's not retiring. You know, to be fair, we should consider trading for Jamar Chase rather. I don't know. Very surprised the Lions didn't go with Tanner Inkstrand. I don't know what happened there. He seemed to have been tabbed as the next OC, but now he's the Jets' new OC, and I wonder what happened. Why'd they skip over Mr. Tanner? Very interesting. I don't care, though. What, how crazy is that basketball trade? Like, what's an equivalent in football, would you guys say? Because again, I don't really have the greatest understanding of the NBA. That sounds like a pretty monumental trade this last evening. Cause I was asleep. I went to bed kind of early last night, like around noon or midnight, right? I was out. I think I was out before 12. Before that news came out, I was asleep, right? I was asleep prior to that news busting out. I'm sleeping. I wake up. I'm like, oh shit, like midnight this happened. But again, LeBron for Luka or AD for Luka. That feels like that's like no, not quarterback. Is that like Goff for Stafford, or is that not as big? Because again, Luka kind of won like a title with the Mavericks, right? I don't really follow basketball much, but I do know that Luka's like the face of that fucking team. He is the Maverick, right? He is the Dallas Maverick. And they traded him like the face of the team. What's really fucky is them doing so kind of fucks him in terms of money. Now he's like no longer eligible for a Supermax contract. That means he can't get that like big crazy money. I think NBA Supermaxes are up in the 300 millions now. Like he'd get like a 5-year, $300 million type contract, like 80 million a year type deal. That's just gone, dude. I'd be so fucking heated if I was Luka right now. It's just a player and 2 firsts for a player. It seems like a huge trade. And when LeBron gets Luka Doncic to work with, that's going to be a crazy pair up. But again, I just don't understand why suddenly the Mavericks were just like, we're good. Did they see that huge upcoming price tag and go, fuck that? They're like, we'll just deal with the fallback. We're going to trade him. What's up, man? What's up, Mahal? Oh, 44 out tomorrow? Jesus. Yeah, I don't either. It's not really interesting. He's not taking care of his body. Top 10 biggest in the NBA. Is he still good, though? Or is he having a bad year? Or no, it's like, no, he's balling out. It's just they're worried about him. It's just like, oh, that's a silly reason to trade someone. However, if you're about to pay a guy $300 million and he's not taking care of himself, I guess the best thing you could do is trade him. Oh, he's out. Oh. What the hell? The Lakers trade so much for him then? I was like, listen, we'll give you like some late round picks. Well, I guess he is one of the best players in the league when he's healthy, isn't he? They should have tried to get Kyrie out that shit too. Be like, all right, give us Kyrie too. And LeBron's got the gang back together, kind of. It's like they got like a new Kevin Love who's way better. They got like the Latvian Kevin Love. Did I get that right? Where's he? What fucking Eastern Russian country is this guy from? It's not. I know he's not Serbian. That's the one that's in. He might be Serbian. Where the hell is this guy? Are they both Serbian? He's very sensitive to injuries. He's from Slovenia. God damn it. I was pretty close with Latvia, I guess, with Slovenia. That was pretty good. Yeah, he was been very sensitive to injuries and body conditioning, but when in top form, he was ultimate. All right, hopefully the Lakers get him back into shape. I think him being around Brown will be a good influence. If Yugoslavia, oh, they're part of like the break. That was like a breakup thing. It's probably similar. I wonder if that's similar to like Czechoslovakia. Because like there's probably some people from Slovakia. There's probably people from like the Czech Republic now. I forgot like a lot more than just like the Soviet Union broke up in the 80s. It was like the vast majority of like weird countries like Yugoslavia or Czechoslovakia. I think there's more to that Czech story, though. I think there was a pretty nasty split. That was a nasty split apart too, right? Like that wasn't clean. I believe there was a nasty little like mini war over that situation. Like I think Yugoslavia might have been a similar thing, but I think that one wasn't as bad. I think all those were like mini nasty little wars, but oh, that was the smoothest one. Okay. What am I getting them mixed up? Maybe it was the Yugoslavia one that I'm getting mixed up then. To be fair, yeah, they kind of just split up. Yugoslavia was the bloodiest conflict since. Yeah, that's what it was. I think that's probably what I'm getting mixed up. I'm like, I thought it was bad. But I'm like, you know what? I think I'm getting Yugoslavia mixed up. Ukraine probably took the lead on that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Ukraine's probably one of the worst. That's going to wind up being. It's going to be worse than the Middle East. 20 years in the Middle East somehow. We all know who turned around the Panthers season, or not season, but turned around Bryce Young. It was. I think it was Rod Wave. He tweeted out, "Hey, bro, call me." And then ever since then, Bryce Young has been very good at football. And apparently, this man's done this like once or twice before, and something just clicks and the player becomes way better. Rod Wave was on the sideline during a Patriots-Jets game all the way back in 2000. 2001. And he was at a game in which Drew Bledsoe took a nasty shot. And right before this rookie kid, skinny, or the second-year quarterback, real skinny, weird kid wearing number 12 came out, he said, "Hey, play good, kid." Even though Rod Wave was like 6 years old. That kid was Tom Brady. Pretty inspiring story, huh? Pretty good. I'm a pretty good writer. Yugoslavia was the reason why the Dream Team in 92 assembled, where Jordan and Scotty and Bird and all them said we need to take USA proud. Okay. Yeah. Before, I was going to say, before that team, it was kind of like the Olympics were kind of like laughed at. And then they're like, how about we just go kick ass? And then basically it's been the USA just running shit. And then every so often the USA forgets why they give a shit. Then they almost lose, or they do lose. And then they go and they dominate for another like 10 years. And yeah, whatever happened, they almost lost or did lose rather recently. And now they're like, we're never going to lose again in basketball. Didn't they dominate the last one? Like, it was like the one before that, the USA like either lost or like almost lost. And they were like, never again. And then there was like, then the USA showed up at the last Olympics and just fucking dominated. Yeah, but it was like something before that. They had like gotten embarrassed, like majorly upset and got like eliminated like in a contest. They were projected to just dominate. I'm talking just like throat fuck. Maybe it was FIBA. Maybe it was like the international, like one of those like non-Olympic basketball competitions. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. They like got major upset, and America was like, okay. And then they like put together like the craziest fucking modern basketball. It was like Curry, Braun, Kevin Durant was like, it was like, all right, we could put together some of the craziest ballers on the face of the planet. Oh, really? Oh, shit. We got Jack Flaherty. Let me see. God damn it. Refresh. What the fuck? Are they really not? Oh, it's highlights. I'm on the wrong side. Cade. God damn it. There we go. This could be big. Oh, he did. He even posted it. Breaking Tigers agree. Hell yeah, we got Jack Flaherty back. We were just talking about that. Hell yeah, dude. We got Jack Flaherty back in Detroit. We got a guy who never wanted to leave back. Hell yeah, dude. Well, what a pitching staff we have for this year. As long as this team can stay healthy, we're going to have a good ass year coming up. Depending on how the players develop. Getting the band back together. So that gives us quite the rotation now. Mr. Scooball, Flaherty. Trying to think who might go next. Job. Kind of struggling with who else might be there. I don't know if Mize will be there. I don't know. That just gives us 3 at least very solid pitchers, I believe, heading into next year. So we're in a lot better shape. Plus, we got that right-hander guy, the young cat. Yeah, Flaherty being back is great. I'm trying to remember who was that dude we had last year who came up and was really nice. I'm sure he'll be on the rotation. There's like 2 people I'm forgetting that had really good years. Casey Mize might be gone. I don't know, man. He might be a bullpen guy going forward. Yeah, we really did. Now we have like 5 actual starting pitchers now, which is really nice. Especially if Job makes the team, which he's probably going to. Can't imagine him not making it. The Tigers looking great. The 89-91 win team right there. Should be anyway. It would be very surprising if they didn't win right around 90 games. They should be in contention for the division depending on how good it is. No, they don't even need to get Bregman now. See, they could just stop the offseason. I think they're good. I don't really think they need Bregman. I think Bregman's going to be another hobby bias situation. I don't know if I'm ready for everyone to bitch about this for ad infinitum, ad nauseum. It's arbitration, not a new contract. It's a little different. That's just to avoid some weird. I don't know. Baseball is weird where they have like these weird arbitration where the player can be like, "Hey, I deserve more money." Yeah, it's a little different. They're just giving him more money. Probably he'll be in the bullpen. To be fair though, $15 million in baseball ain't shit. I mean, you know what I mean. I don't think 15 isn't. It's not a big deal. If you give a player $15 million in 1 year, that's basically you going, shit, I fucking, you know. That's literally like for a veteran. That's just like a hey man, if you can give us like half a good season, thank you. You know what I mean? Like what are we really expecting Alex Cobb to do this year? You know, he's all right last year. I mean, maybe eat some innings up. I don't know. We'll see, though. It definitely makes for a far more interesting set of rotation for the Tigers. But Flaherty, or Scuball, Flaherty, and Job is quite nice. Oh, damn. It deleted everybody again. Hell yeah, dude. What's up? Did everyone leave? Oh, no, we're still at 3 whole people. All right, well, I guess this died out, so guess that's about it for tonight. So, guess I'm going to call it here. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, as always, go Patriots. No, I'm still taking off. It's 3 people. I'm good. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you guys coming out.